Alright, everyone. I think we're live again. Let's check and see if we're live. We are. Welcome back to week 14 of Skulls and Shackles, Book 2, Raiders of the Fever Sea. I'm, of course, GM Arthur Perkins. I'm having a kind of good week. For those of you wanting to watch tomorrow night, however, Rise of the Moon Lords is canceled. We will, however, be replacing it with me playing Shadows of Mordor. I know everyone's looking forward to that. On the other side of things, I'm being deluged by cats. Everyone wants me to cat sit their cats now that they know that I'm a cat sitter. So, lots of cats. Adam, I know it's been an emotional week for you. A game that you've been playing for 9 months with the greatest game master of all time and the most impeccable and non-freakish of storylines has finally come to the ending. How was that for you?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, there was some very strange moments, to say the least, and very unforgettable experiences because I've just never played that Lovecraftian horror fiction before, and or Cthulhu-like nature. So I'm not really into. I figured out it's not for me. It's not a good fit for my personality. But hey, it was fun. It was nice to see a story arc come to an end. And I like seeing the completion. So it was. I enjoyed it overall. I think I was the only character that survived all 4 books. Yeah. I mean, I died, but was raised dead and all that stuff. But that was a good experience too, to kind of see that character retire. And he would have anyway. Even book 5 or book 6, he would have retired after book 4.
I'm gonna make sure to immortalize him in a Daily Bard.
He's bringing some religion to the masses.
He will never be caught for his most serious of crimes, horse thievery.
Horse thieving. So yeah, that was a great highlight of the week.
I understand you're also changing your character's name again, as most pirates are known to do. Just change your name every 5 days or so with your socks.
Yeah, going forward, after he comes kind of full circle of Kit Tomes and hopefully putting him to rest in the future, the very near future, he's going this spiritual enlightenment of peace, tree hugging, and harmony. So, and he can go by the name of Bottles because he's going to carry a lot of curative potions on him.
All right, cool.
So books to Bottles.
I think you're breaking up a little bit. Is it just me, or is anybody else?
Just me.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was me for a bit.
Every few seconds you're breaking up, Adam. It's really weird. Not sure. Lorraine, how are you this week?
I'm fine. Curses of the holiday season upon you.
Yes, the holiday season has been cursing me quite a bit. Oh, how about that Tuesday, eh? We'll just nod our heads then. Dan, how's
I
it
was
going?
promised.
You were what?
I was promised a wedding.
Well, I can't control that, but I did get you a wedding gift. You got your very own dragon to mess with its brain.
How did you get me the dragon?
I got the dragon! It's my cohort! And now you get to talk to it and teach it ethics.
You mean the dragon that I recruited in game?
Yes, but it's my cohort.
Mechanically.
We wouldn't have gotten it had I not had a cohort spot open. We got the dragon together, and now I'm letting you take care of it until I can speak to it and turn it into a Dracolich. I figure it needs a good ethical base, just so it knows what not to do once it turns undead.
I have to go back and explain what happened to the dragon's mother that we promised to raise and care for her child.
Yeah, when we go back there to explain it, I'll kill her, and then I will raise her as a zombie and fly around on her.
You're a monster.
Yeah. This is all planned. This is so planned it's like Babylon 5, where the guy sat down and wrote all 5 seasons of the show from the very beginning and didn't change a single episode. Boom. I got the whole Mummy's Mask on lockdown. I know
I'm feeling remarkably less guilty about the last time we failed to get you a dead dragon body because we couldn't get it out of the pit when you were gone.
Yeah, sure.
We asked you.
I was too sick.
Yeah, you kept puking. Lemonade and salmon.
Salmon.
True story. True story, bro.
Everyone knows I love that salmon. Dan, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing all right. Happy Festivus.
If you celebrate Festivus, what's the poll? The Festivus poll?
Yep.
I hope you enjoy your Festivus poll then.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real thing.
Insofar as you celebrate Festivus as a real holiday, then yes.
I mean, there's also the feat of strength and the airing of grievances.
I was going to ask, was there any grievances aired in that you were involved in? Or is that a personal question?
Has Festivus even occurred yet? I forget the exact date.
So you're not a real Festivus celebrator. You're just, you show up to Festivus once a year.
It's just, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Festivusian.
All right. Wow, we seem to still be getting hit with a ton of buffering tonight. I don't get it. Anything else new, Dan?
Visiting family. It's nice. It's relaxing.
Wow. Your family is very different than mine. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dom, how is it going for you this week?
Well, Tuesday I got tentacle yanked by a kraken. Let me see. This morning I got beat down by a drunken orphan man that said I killed his dog, and I negotiated.
Hey, that was a great slap fight.
Yeah, here's the slap fight. I punched him twice. He punched me once to do about 3 times the damage in my one punch. You're like, you should totally let Dom character fight him by himself. I'm like, no, help me, Red, which is our half-elf ranger. That's our tank. Please don't let this man murder my face.
I just say, if he had knocked you on, started crying about his dog anyway.
Hey, he just look at it have spells. But with all that gone and everything, snacks were fun yesterday. We got our moving done. It's coming together. Unfortunately, it started raining tonight, so I had to cut off like an hour early for moving because I was like walking outside and I'm like, that's a lot of water coming down. Well, time to go play some D&D. Derp, derp.
D&D. Indeed.
My boss tried to get me to work today, and I was like, nah, I'm moving.
Good call. Good call.
Well, we get paid for Christmas, so it's like I got my hours, so that's all that matters to me. Holiday pay! Woo!
All right. And of course, our eternal viewer, Jim, out there, represent. Just waiting for us to finally get around to getting to the end of Eyes of the 10. I think it's only been about 3 months that I've been promising to get him in on that last session. Oh, man. Eyes has certainly taken a while to come together. So, does anyone have a recap from what happened last... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to explain. Craig is not with us this week because of the holidays, so I will be playing Sifreek this week. Our good Dwarvy friend. Does anyone have a recap of what happened last time?
Well, for Aces, you think he's cursed because just like everything's just going opposite. Sicken, throwing up, nausea, getting slapped by whips by my future self. Good times.
You're mostly evil future warlord self.
I'm not evil. I was born that way.
Okay. I think that was a pretty accurate recap. Did anyone have anything else to add?
Well, I can't tell you for the parts I weren't there for.
That's true.
Let's see. Kamakiri entered into the Mushroom Samba and came out doubting his entire existence, pretty much. Eliza Thrun came to him in a dream and said, "Why'd you leave? You could have had such a great future with me and the Chilaxian Navy, etc." And I'm like, "But you were going to kill me." "No, I wasn't. You'd be dead already if I was." So he's questioning his life choices now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about our stealth mission. We went underwater, met a dragon. I tried to bluff it. I failed horribly, but luckily the ninja, I don't know your character name yet because I just call him the ninja, bluffed a epic story of a great man that left his home country to become a great assassin, warrior, manta ray, whatever. Screw you guys, I'm gonna be awesome. And the bluff worked, and then we finally snuck up on the thing. Me and was on one side of Pier Y. Siegfried fell his stealth check on the other side, came up out of the water, and was like, "You know what? You look like a tough dwarf. You fight this ninja." And he was like, "What?" And he started fighting the ninja, and like he finally got a couple of hits in, and like, so you know what? You look tough. You should fight me. I'm like, what? That's pretty much the expression on Siegfried's face, and I popped up and like, "Hey guys, I was here the whole time. Like, mind if I heal my buddy? You know what? It's gonna be a 3-on-1." And they started flanking him, doing damage, and I zapped him. It's like, whoa, 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 match against the rules. I'm like, what? And then ninjas came down. It was like crazy, man. I was like, you didn't tell me the rules. How could I break the rules if I don't know the rules? And he's like, okay. And then I went up to stab him, and my sword got stuck into the plank because I'm awful at melee apparently. Natural one, babies. We finally got the body, came back. Larissa talked to the lady. Oh yeah, before we came back, the guy from the Andorran Navy free captain came by and was like, "You know what? People must know your name to feel important." And Ace is like, "I don't really care. My thing is about revenge. That's why I came by the pirate, and apparently I'm a fool for doing that." But we gave him the slaves, even though technically they were our slaves, but I guess to make peace and nice with guys that free slaves that are abused, and these slaves weren't abused. They was pretty taken care of because they had potato sacks, which is above most slaves, but he actually get to eat and take bath more than one day. But hey, that's him. And he's a monster because he's very bossy. But anyway, we took the body back to the thing. We didn't get paid, did we? Because we didn't bring him back alive, right?
Well, you did get paid, but
Oh, yeah,
the
the
captain
slaves.
never handed you out your payment.
Oh. Yeah, we can't really argue. The captain don't want to pay us. It is what it is.
Your
So we went
payment
off to
was
do...
a shiny bronze Aspis badge.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get those. Oh, well. Anyway, we went to do books thing, or should I say, the future bottles thing. And it was like, hey, we're just doing this for books. It was like, no, you're doing this for yourself. And that's when we had the psychedelic trip. And I'm shaking, sickened, not feeling too well right now.
Okay.
The end.
Anyone have anything else that they need to add? All right. So we do begin back at the sweat tent in Hosek Village, where Captain Commodore Ferris is standing with a knife over one of the local villagers, and the grandfather and a bunch of village warriors are running in. They're like, "What's going on here? Why are you standing with a knife over this person?" And some of the local shamans are like, "I sense great evil has touched this place." And what do you guys do? Having just sweated out your drugs.
I'm probably still puking.
Well, last week, at the point that the guy woke up quivering in fear as I stood over him, I chucked the knife into the fire and told him to stop crying.
He did not stop crying. He's still crying right now like a little baby. He's like, "No, please don't kill me." You're like, "Stop crying." He's like, "No! I don't want to stop crying." Because
What's he doing?
telling
Stood
someone
in
to
front
stop
of him.
crying doesn't work.
Nothing up his sleeve. Nothing up his sleeve. And then I smack him.
Okay, he seems even more terrified now.
Wasn't that the whole issue of how she got the knife in the first place?
Sure. How did she get that knife?
You're not helping my here.
Are you saying that out loud, I guess, Genji?
I mean, wasn't that one of the questions that was asked in the panic? It's like, how'd you get a knife in here?
That was a question that was asked. That is why I very deliberately not. Sarissa quietly mutters under her breath about time to find a new ninja.
I kind of puke up. It's like, magic! Bleh.
I mean, I could get anything in here. Pretty much. Wait. Yeah, we left our weapons at the door, didn't we?
Yeah, you also took off all your clothes to take a sand bath.
What? We're still naked?
Yeah. And you have been for 2 days.
Wait a minute. All of us?
Yeah.
I kind of cover my eyes and not look at the captain.
Okay. It's a little late for that since, you've been sitting around smoking various tropical herbs for 2 days across from each other, but sure.
I like to say I've been shaken and sickened for the last 2 days, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So you guys, what's happening now? Are you guys just looking at each other? I guess Ace is just like looking out from behind his hand.
Having failed in my attempts to calm emotions, I straighten up, look over at the shaman, say, well, that was an interesting experience, and start looking for my clothes.
Okay. So they bring out clothes for you when it looks like you're looking for something. They bring in clothes for everybody. And the shamans are like...
my clothes?
They're not. They're just like island clothes at this point. Like simple robes and stuff like that.
I need to try and exit to find my clothes.
Okay. All right. So you walk outside. Your clothes are in a pile, like outside the tent where you've left them. The shamans are all still trying to throw this robe over you. They're like, please, take it, man.
I pick up my clothes and start putting them on.
All right. What about the rest of you? I mean, these guys are trying to throw robes at you.
No, I accept the robes and ask, Grandfather, has the trials ended or is there more to go?
He says, there are always more trials, my grandson. However, for you, you now have a problem. You, 2 souls, 1 body. Your captain, 2 bodies, 1 soul. And he like has this big pipe and not like big, but it's like super long, like 1.5 feet long. But the end of the pipe is really like ridiculously tiny, and he just takes a puff of it. He's like, yes, wise words.
What about me? You got anything for this hangover?
He's like, yes, of course. He starts snapping his hands, and like a 6-year-old boy runs in with like a turtle shell filled with a green liquid that looks kind of like sludge, and he's like, drink, my friend.
I sniff it first.
It smells kind of like rotten eggs and dog hair, wet dog hair.
What kind of knowledge check will I know this will actually work?
Knowledge nature.
Ooh, I actually got that. Let me see. Knowledge
Spicy
nature.
Cheetos.
Like, hey, pass that over here. I might need it as well.
Wait, let me check it out first. +7 power activate.
Okay. So you know that this stuff is probably not normal. Like there's some magic that has been added to it.
I'm gonna say
you're not exactly sure what it will do.
I attempt to drink it because I feel kind of crappy right now.
Okay. So while it smells terrible, it actually tastes wonderful.
Wow. I just chug it all. Sorry, bro. You didn't have all that conditions. You actually made saves.
I did make a save or 2, didn't I?
Yeah, I failed every save.
Okay.
Every save.
So you are cured of all your sicknesses, poisons, and diseases you have. You also gain a D8 plus 5 temporary hit points.
Probably for like 5 minutes.
Nope. For 12 hours.
Huh.
They bring in another turtle shell when Kamakiri indicates that he would like one as well.
Drink
Well.
it. It's awesome sauce.
And so 3 of the shamans are pulling Ferris aside, and the grandfather is pulling Books aside. And so my
Get
question is, you guys
your
going to let this happen? Or are you going to let yourselves be separated?
I'm fine with it because I feel like we're guests in their house.
Ferris?
Get your hands off of me.
Okay, all right. So you're just like forcing them to stay away from you. What are Genji and Aces doing when they hear, Captain is being accosted outside?
I kind of.
Sifri, like, he's already like drunk 3 turtle shells, and he's edging toward his weapons at this point when he hears someone messing with the captain.
You see Pirate Strike Force about to kick ass. We're like, Captain, do you need us? And we bust out of the tent.
No, I'm just gonna get my armor on, get my swords on, like, not even question it. I'm trying to get ready as soon as possible in case we do have a throwdown.
All right. So we'll cut like aside here real quick. We'll have to cut back and forth a couple times, but the grandfather is speaking with Books, and he's like, "My grandson," and he puts a hand on your shoulder while he's across from you, and he just holds you there, and he says, "You are not fully healed, and you may never be. Each of us must pick our own path in this life, and you have chosen to follow ours. There are many ways to walk down this path. My son, Master Destiny Force, chose to take the path of nonviolence. You may take this as well, but it is but one trail in the path of the Hosek. But you should know, at some point, you will face a trial against your dark self. And when that happens, you must not attack. You must cleanse yourself of the impurity inside you."
Please tell me more about these paths. I wish to learn more.
Okay, and bam, cutting aside to Chris. Slight cliffhanger there. Ferris, there's these like 3 wrinkly old islanders, and they've got like sticks that they're rattling in your face, and they've got like incense, and they're putting it all around you, and they're like, "Begone, devil! We cast thee out. Asmodeus is not welcome here. We purge the undead taint from the air," and stuff like that. What do you do?
Standard action, I activate my Ice Armor Oracle ability.
I see.
I flip them off.
What does this look like?
I am literally clad in a living layer of ice. I don't wear armor, I just have ice on me.
Alright. So you like start to ice yourself up, and everyone jumps back, and like a little kid in the village is like, Grandfather, what is that? What dark magic is she using?" Because some of these people have never seen ice. This is a volcanic tropical island.
Yep.
And then what else is happening here?
I flip them off, and then as a standard action, I use my water walking ability and start heading for the ship saying, "This is ridiculous, I'm out."
Okay. Alright. So you just
Tell Books
walk
will
back to
swing
the
back
ship.
and pick him up in a week if he's not finished.
And then we cut back to